What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second in form Griezmann. So it is the next team of the week 16, and honestly it's a bit slim pickings, to be honest. There's not a huge variety. We're still going to get quite a few reviews out. There's a few of the kind of mediocre to okay level. There's no one really worth saying yes, you are going to be cracked, but that's kind of like the game, really, isn't it? They can't control who goes into team of the week. I think it is definitely deserved a kind of overhaul of some kind. Personally, I don't know what, but let me know down below. What would you change for team of the week to be more relevant? Is it an increase in ratings by +2, 3 and 4s? Is it a specific stat gets upgraded? A weak foot, a foot? Let me know down below what you think could make team of the week better. So if you are new around here, make sure you like and subscribe. We're looking at second in form Griezmann. He already has his 89 rated card in a road to the final, which obviously is a little bit more expensive. This card is currently coming in at 250 on the Xbox and 200 on the PlayStation as of Footbin. Obviously he will go down even more, no doubt. His inform, his first inform is 110 and 100, so I can imagine we're looking at probably a 140, 150, just taking a rough estimate. I never really double checked these to see if I was actually right, but in terms of kind of like how this card is, because he's left wing again, like his prior inform, he's not as desirable in my opinion. That takes up Neymar's space, and whilst we don't have a special Neymar in cam or striker, we have to put him on that left mid to get him that full 10. So Griezmann already is competing with one of the best gold cards you can possibly get, and to be honest, this year he's really not that expensive. He really is coming in quite cheap in comparison to other years. I may be waffling with that, but it feels like I could go out and buy a lot of the top players in gold cards and some in forms. Obviously icons are a different bit of gravy, but we are aiming towards getting as much coins as possible, for team of the year and then for icons to kind of get the reviews on. There is a massive channel that just practically reviews icons, so a very hard competitor there to try and get whilst trying to do all of these specials, promos and everything else. So we are trying to get there. We've got 5 more icon reviews kind of like ready to go, so we'll be getting them out soon. But today is inform day. Griezmann is a 4-star skiller with the 3-star weak foot. He is left footed, standing at 5'9" and is 29 years of age, so generation should technically go back quite a bit. We've got pace wise, it's good it's probably just better than average. Shooting wise, it's fantastic. We've got the great finishing, we've got the attacking positioning. Obviously shot power, long shots are still in the 80s, can't complain one bit there. Passing wise, exquisite, always been quite a nice passer of the ball. This card obviously got a +2 in comparison to his inform and a +3 in comparison to his gold, so it's a very interesting one, especially when his dribbling is absolutely nutty as well. He is very, very quick to turn and always a pleasure to play with. I've played with literally every version so far since it has come out in FIFA, so I'm very happy with Griezmann. Not quite a foot champs player in my opinion, more sub/rival friendlies if I'm being all honest, but again it does depend on what team you actually have got. I wouldn't be complaining with a red of him if I could get that, but other than that, I think he's above average, but most definitely. Is he kind of like top tier 9.5 out of 10? I don't think just yet. I feel like a 91, 92 puts him ahead of everybody else, pretty much like his future star. But let's go into some gameplay and see what Griezmann did. So taking a look at Griezmann then. Assister, scorer, I don't know, deep player, someone who's going to always get you goals. We see a lovely link-up play there. Torres brings the 2 defenders from the through ball and then literally just passes it to the side. The keeper's got very little chance being a one-on-one, and especially with Griezmann having quite nice shooting, and even if it was the other way, Torres would have definitely banged that, and that's something that I like about him. The one thing I really noticed with him, which I didn't get too many clips because it just doesn't seem too relevant, I think I got a couple, is his aggression. His want to win that ball back is impeccable. Was always on players, always going in for the tackle. You see him constantly moving, which is always nice for a player, because as soon as you get someone who's very static, you tend to lose the ball a bit more. You get a bit more frustrated because he's not pulling his weight. He's obviously not staying in formation, and you've definitely got to address that straight away. Whereas Griezmann, for me, he did wonderful. He played middle wise, he came out wide, he even went up front for a time being, in terms of kind of like how he plays. For me, me, a striker or potentially a cam is the place to be for Griezmann. He's got the stats, he's got the ability. Shooting wise, I feel like he's good, but there's still more. We see there just how kind of short it takes, or how long it takes to actually get a shot off with him. That could have been just an instant bang, and there's a goal. It's practically a one-on-one. Defender hasn't got enough time to come over and clutch if it wasn't for AI defending, really, jumping in the way. So if we do look at Griezmann's overall then, as we can see on face value, we'll just refresh. We've got 250, 210. Chem star wise, everybody's obviously looking at that Hunter. It does turn him into a 92 rated striker, which isn't as impressive being already 89. But obviously as you get more and more up the ranks, it becomes harder and harder to get to that next level, because you need a squad full of these sort of players. It's just a team overall. It's basically doing SBC, but with your team, and especially a lot of these objectives requiring a 77 rated squad, a minimum 7 leagues. We've had so many different ones, and I enjoy it. I think it's really, really good for the community into giving back in packs, objectives, and really doing well with that side. Obviously, FIFA points, it's a different ball game. Unfortunately, we can't really comment too heavily on that, just because it's just an opinion. Nothing has happened yet with it. It's going to be interesting to see how they go forward if they do get rid of FIFA points. It's just one of them things. But Griezmann, for me, for champs wise, is okay. I wouldn't necessarily put him in my first team, but definitely, like I said at the start, super sub, someone who's going to come on, maybe make a little bit of an impact, and that's about it. Other than that, he's a nice card, great aggression. Obviously, he's got some decent stats. Passing's very good on the base, dribbling's fantastic on the base, and then with a Hunter, we get a lot of good pace and shooting. Obviously, no physical, unfortunately. And in terms of his generation-wise, we have got him since FIFA 12, playing for Real Sociedad, which he manages for a few years till FIFA 14, getting himself his first team of the season, and then we're seeing move to Atletico, where he absolutely storms it. You can see just the amount of cards. Obviously, FIFA 17, a little bit of a blip, but then obviously in 19, he does make the transition into Barcelona. I think it was after the team of the season was done, just because we've got an Atletico one there, 97 rated centre forward. That instead of this card would have been phenomenal. I enjoyed his FUT birthday, obviously one to watch. Went up a little bit. We got 2 informs, 1 coming from team of the week moments, and we've already got 5 cards this year, so it's going to be a big year for him. He's doing well. I'm very happy with how he plays. I wouldn't say necessarily that he's the most meta player. That's why he's got an 8.5, and obviously that weak foot would be nice as a 4-4 at the very minimum. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, who do you want in your red picks, as this week it's a bit of a random one, to be honest. Apart from that, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.